3-piece chicken dinner. We ride. Oh. So that's the type of thing that when there's snow on a lake, you can't see. I don't know how thick it is yet, but it obviously looks like a spring or a little hole where birds were chilling. And that's why I way prefer to come on some of the bigger lakes that froze over last and maybe don't have snow, but their ice is solid, black, clear, and you can visually gauge if there's a difference. Which is why right now you see me swinging every couple of steps, basically in stride, because I can visually see differences in the ice. And when I get to something that's different, like right up here, we got a line where it's clear and black and consistent, and it gets milky. So that's when I'll slow down and pick before I even take one step forward, which if there was snow on here, you would have to do, because you wouldn't be able to see these differences. That's why when you see people and it's snow covered in early ice and they're only swinging every few steps, it's like, I don't know, I just cringe and sit on the edge of my seat, because if you swing like this, your next step you're already past where you swung and it could be way less ice. We got about a mile trek to get to where we want to get, and this would have taken 3 hours if there was even an inch of snow on here. Luckily it'll take us, I don't know, 30-40 minutes, because we're still poking around and going pretty slow. Drilling a few holes on the way just because, but we've got, for the most part, 3 inches of consistent black solid clear ice. Some spots had 4, some spots had 2. Most of it's 3. A little check ski. I don't know if you can see on the GoPro. We've actually got 4 inches of solid clear ice, which little trick, so you don't have to carry a ruler everywhere you go, because your arms are always full ice fishing. I slap a little sticker right on here, use that as my 0 point to hook on the bottom of the ice. Really easy, quick way to gauge the thickness early ice. I think this is actually made by a company called Quik Measure Pro, and basically I just bought like 20 of them and stick them on everything from coolers to my ice sled to whatever. But this is one of my favorites. All right, let's see if there's any fish around here, or if we got to keep spudding.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
I promise that it is me, despite looking like a Muppet. Never again. I blame all of you. I did a little poll, said beard or stash. Stash won, and instant regret, never again, which is what I said last time. But as you can see, we're on early ice. We got 3 up to 4 inches of good clear black ice, chasing crappies exactly where we left them late fall. In one of my last videos, jig and wrap late fall crappies, they're literally on the same waypoints, although now they're starting to slide up more towards the bottom edge of that break, and we're chasing them around. See if we can put a few topside. Sheesh. Ridiculous. Or I just need a jig and wrap. This one's really small, but unfortunately, it's also very deep. That first one whacked that jigging Rap like nothing. I'm like,
dropped all the way to bottom.
Like, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. And now you just did 3 in a row, 5 feet away from me with the tungsten tubby. All right, I'm gonna do a real quick change. I might even be a dirtbag and put it on my little snap so I don't even have to mess around.
There you go.
Which is really embarrassing, but if it means I'm back down in like 15 seconds, it's probably for the better. I'm putting a tungsten jig on a crankbait snap that is as big as the jig, and I have never felt more dumb in my life. But the way these crappies are moving so fast, it's like I just want to try quick, see if I can pop them. Oh, he's gonna eat it. Eat. Eat. The heck? Oh no, there's a big pike coming in. He's gonna push all these things out of here. It looks like a snowblower just slowly going across my screen and pushing all the smaller marks. Picky, 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 picky. If that isn't a sign for somebody coming out here, look at the eyes.
Oh, yeah. I wonder what was laying. The ones that eat just eat. It's weird.
And the 147 that don't just don't.
Well, it's funny, you have them shooting up to you at 100 miles an hour.
Oh.
Like that.
I was just standing there not doing anything and whack.
Almost lost him.
I messed up the dub. What an idiot.
What an idiot.
Some of them just fly up and crush it. Like that guy looks like he wants to.
Oh, right here.
Dude, I gotta get this snap off of here. I don't want to stop fishing because I don't, it's like perch, like always keep a bait down there, keep them around.
Yeah. This one's a little sportier.
A little sporty. Nice. Do you need my assistance? Do you need me out there? There we go.
Looks so fun.
It is so fun, dude. 44 inch. It's so fun. I'd just soon get rid of anything I own that's under 40. Until you have to fish in a shack.
We seem to do about 3 times a year.
3 times every 5 years. What is going on here? That's a good one. Yeah, buddy. All right, I can't fish with a snap on, even though they're biting it. I can't do it. We're gonna steal your little. You can leave it on. We'll snuggle right up. It just goes against my general principles, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Alright. When's the last time you heard a gas auger, dude? I kind of miss that sound. I don't miss having to use it.
I know it.
But that sound from a mile away. Well, and there's 3 to 4 inches of ice, and then that thing was going for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, that was kind of ridiculous. Poor guy.
I know. Every time I get somewhere and drop down, they split. I wonder if it is the cleats. It almost has to be. You'd think in 40 feet of water that wouldn't make a difference, but it obviously does. Every time I walk up to a hole, the fish slide 30 to 50 feet away. Every time. All right, flying up finally. I love seeing them under the ice, dude. Nom 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 nom. Yeah, so I don't know, I think I mentioned it earlier, but I'd popped that first one on a jigging wrap, and I'm like, this is what I'm gonna use. It's what they bid all fall, whatever. And then Hoffman just whooped my butt with the biggest tungsten tubby in a couple waxies, and finally had to give in and switch, and it's game on. Thanks for teaching me your ways, young Padawan.
It's not as sporty.
It's not as cool, but what is cool is that, yeah, we should do fish tacos tonight.
Some tonight and save some for surf and turf during the game.
Dude, that's the nice thing is like 5 crappies, fish tacos go a long way because it's just like a couple chunks per, 3 chunks per taco. That's getting to be a common sight there. See, every time I try to turn and face you to see, that's when I finally get bit and I mess it up. These things are just slowly roaming around, and of course when we drill holes and walk with our cleats, we're pushing them. But even when you're going cleat free, being quiet, you can see how this pod is just slowly moseying off. And it's almost like, I don't know if you're better off hopping and hopping and hopping and trying to stay on them, because it's like after you hop around for 5 minutes, you end up back in the hole where you were at. So you could almost just sit in one hole and wait for them to come around the basin to you as they're slowly roaming around and feeding. Or you can get your exercise in and get your steps in for the day. Oh, gorgeous, dude. That's a tank. 13 3/4, dude, mouth open. 97% of people measure it with the mouth open, just off the bump and round up. That's a 15-inch. Awesome fish. So leave it to Hoff too, not only to do the quantity and the quality, but one big dog is a casualty in that deep water.
Normally wouldn't keep them that big.
Yeah, it was 13 3/4, amazing fish, but it'll be put to good use. And the rest of them are just perfect eaters, like that 10-inch range. We had a couple of potato chips in the first spot, but the rest of them are just perfect eating fish. And then we're gonna get out of here.
Go start eating them.
Yeah, man, mission accomplished though. There's just something special about Bahan with the spud bar, making your way all the way out to fresh, untouched fish and beautiful ice.
Early ice, man, everybody loves it. Feels like we've been waiting for it forever, but
no doubt. Everybody wants to wait so you can drive a sled out or whatever, but man, pulling a sled on bare ice with no snow, it actually sometimes is going faster than you are.
Oh no, super easy. A mile walk is nothing, you know?
I'm so glad your face is on camera and not mine now that I shaved my beard off.
Have they even seen you?
Yeah, briefly once. Otherwise, the rest of this has all been chesty. I said I wasn't going to go in public for another month or two, but...
Flip that camera around real quick.
All right, camera flipped. Yeah, I think I might have shown everybody a little bit earlier, but that's what we're working with, and it ain't pretty, but it's honest work. I was going to hide out of public eye for a month until I had something else going on, but can't leave these crappies alone, right? It's getting brisk, but we're making ice. Then we'll be on to the next bite. Can I get a fish tacos?
Fish tacos.
Dive in, baby. I kind of broke it, sorry. Dive in. What do you think? This is like the 4th piece of fish you've asked me for. Yeah, what do you think, baby? Give me some. Yeah, yeah.